Hi everybody, welcome to Heather's Healthy Cuisine, where healthy meets tasty and easy. And as you can see, what's on the menu tonight, it is definitely tasty and definitely easy. Curry meatballs with cauliflower rice. And then for dessert are gonna be some raspberry shortbread bars. So it's so good. And it's so easy because it's just a couple steps, a couple ingredients. So we got our menu. Let's start with dessert first. I have everything ready to go. Shortbread bars, raspberry shortbread bars. Shortbread, as you know, it's made with lots of butter, and that's what makes them so good. I got this recipe from some French cookbook years and years ago, and I've tweaked it, of course, to be healthier. So I'm starting with cultured butter. Here's our little package there, so you can see on the package, it's gonna say cultured butter. And I've already have 2.5 sticks melted. That's a lot of butter, but that's what makes this so good. So what's the difference between cultured butter and regular butter? Well, cultured butter, they just take it a step beyond regular butter. They take the cream and they put it in a big vat with enzymes, and they just let it kind of ferment. And what that does is it makes good digestive bacteria in it, but it also brings a lot of flavor into the butter. And so it's kind of like butter that's good for you with your digestion. So you can try it. You can find it in any store. So it's melted. We're gonna add a cup of coconut sugar. I've already introduced coconut sugar to you. It looks like brown sugar, but it's not going to raise your blood sugar like regular sugar. And we're gonna get exactly a cup here. So it just mixes in really easily. I'm throwing everything into a glass mixing bowl. I'm going to use 3 cups of almond flour. I've also introduced almond flour to you. This is a great flour to use that is not going to raise your blood sugar. It actually has health benefits instead of white flour, which has absolutely no nutrition whatsoever, just empty calories. This actually has protein in it and some good nutrition in it. And then coconut flour. We haven't used coconut flour yet, and we're going to use it tonight. We're only going to use a 1/2 cup. If you've ever tried cooking with coconut flour, the thing about coconut flour, it's white like coconut, it smells really good, but it doesn't have anything binding in it. So if you've tried cooking in it and just substituting a recipe for white flour with coconut flour, it's not going to bind and it's going to be really dry. So this works really, really well in this recipe, already having the almond flour with it. Okay, so you got that in there, and then just 1 egg, because this recipe is gonna be all about the butter. It's not gonna be cake-ish. It's gonna be really dense. So there's only 1 egg in there. And then just a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. That's it. Very easy ingredients. But what makes this the shortbread is, again, all the butter. Okay, so the cultured butter is gonna make it so good. So the other thing that makes this so good in summary, of course, are the raspberries we're gonna put in here. A lot of recipes you'll find that are similar to this online, they use raspberry jam, which of course is full of sugar. I'm just going to use organic tart raspberries. And why do you want organic? Well, berries, of course, have no skin, no barrier, so it's really important to get organic whenever you're getting berries. And I buy frozen because frozen berries and produce, they freeze it right at the peak of when they pick it, and it stays really fresh. So I'm gonna use about 3/4 of the dough that's all mixed, incorporated together. And I'm just gonna smash it into my greased baking dish. And you're used to seeing me use one of these rubber scrapers, and they just work so well with mixing everything and then just it presses right into your baking dish. Gets it all smooth and even. Okay. All right, let's do the raspberry layer. So these are thawed raspberries. I'm gonna cut it open. This is a 12-ounce bag. Just pour it in there. And the only thing I'm gonna add to this, I'm gonna add some fresh ginger. Actually, this is dried ginger. But I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of it. This is another way that I'm tweaking this recipe. Ginger has so many benefits to it. We could do a whole segment on just ginger, but ginger, one of the things about ginger is it's an anti-inflammatory. So if you have muscle pain, soreness, also fighting off infections, boost your immune system. You probably know ginger is great for fighting off nausea, but we're just adding this in for extra health benefits, and then it has a great flavor. So when you're cooking or baking something, you want to think about those different tastes. So we have a lot of sweet and creamy in the base, and then we're adding in the tart of the raspberries, and then ginger is a little bit on the spicy, earthy side. So we're going to get all those different tastes incorporated into this recipe, which is what you want. So that was really easy. I just used a potato masher to make it into kind of a jam mixture. And then you spread that second layer, but I'm not going to touch the edges. It's not a big deal if you do, but it just makes it kind of crust onto the side and cook a little bit too fast. So spread that nice tart, gingery, summery layer. Okay. I'm using the same rubber scraper. I'm just gonna rinse it off. And then the third layer, the top layer, I'm gonna take the rest of the dough and I'm just gonna grab a little chunk at a time. I'm gonna probably serve, this will be about 9 bars. So I'm basically going to grab a chunk of dough that would be 1 serving, and I just plop it on there, and then that will be 1 bar, so that will be the top layer, and just smash it on there. I want to make it look cute, but these bars don't need to be too even on this top layer. We want to be able to see the red coming through. Okay, so I'm going to finish up these bars and pop it in the oven 350 degrees for about 20 minutes is all. And then you're going to let them cool down and be ready to eat for dessert after dinner. So we are on to making the meatballs right now, and as you can see, I've already made about 9 of them, and that's used a pound of ground turkey. So depending on the size of your family, I'm going on to the 2nd pound here, but these make great leftovers for the next day that you can put on a salad or have the same dinner again. So these are about the size of my palm. And the reason why these are so easy is I'm not mixing any spices into them. I'm literally taking it right out of the package. I'm not dirtying another bowl. All I'm gonna have to do is wash my hands, and that's what makes these so quick and easy. I just roll them up. You can also use ground chicken, ground pork. So the only seasoning I'm gonna put on these is the tamari, as you can see right here. And I've used these in another recipe that we've done. Tamari is just a gluten-free type of soy sauce. It doesn't go through the fermentation process of using wheat, but it has all the good salty, earthy flavor. So I'm just using that on these so that it moistens it a little bit while it bakes, because I'm gonna bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for a half an hour. The other reason why I'm not using a bunch of spices is because we want you to taste the curry sauce that we're going to be making. And that's the flavor that you want to have come out and stand on its own in this recipe. So after I form these balls, I'm going to wash my hands, pour on the tamari sauce, pop it in the oven, and I'll meet you back here to show you how easy that the curry sauce is going to be. So we're here making our curry sauce, and over low heat I've melted about 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil, and this red yummy stuff is red curry paste. I like this brand, Thai Kitchen, and it says exactly what it is, red curry paste. You can see the ingredients on there. It's just basically chili pepper, shallots, got a little lemongrass in there. There's no preservatives or overabundance of sodium or anything like that. So it's going to make this really beautiful red color and lots of great flavor. And there's nothing really that we need to add. It is optional to add some more onion powder. And I just like that extra oniony flavor, even though there's shallots in there. I'm going to add about a tablespoon. But again, that's optional. Okay, so this is on low, like I said. I have some organic coconut cream. You can also use just regular cream if that's too much coconut for you, but it's just the coconut's such a great flavor. This is for people that you might be having over to eat that are vegan, vegetarians. It's a great recipe for them. And this is a great sauce. If you have some extra, it can go on top of some veggies or other meat. So this cream is just going to thicken up with the cream in there, and I'm just using a wire whisk. Get everything smooth so you can see how easy this sauce was, how easy the ingredients are. And you're just going to keep stirring. Make everything smooth, and then while your turkey meatballs are baking, you're just going to keep this on low and let it simmer and thicken up, and then we'll pour it over the top and we'll be ready to go. Our 3 components of our main dish are all ready to go. We've got our cauliflower rice, which you can follow the package instructions on that. It's very easy to make. And then our curry meatballs are finished with the tamari on the top that are all baked, and then the curry sauce. And you can see that it's all ready to go. So what you're gonna do is just grab your plate or bowl, scoop that in there, and people are gonna think when they look at this, is this meatballs and spaghetti sauce? What is this going on? And then you're just gonna pour that right over the meatballs. Ready to go. And then of course we've got our raspberry shortbread bars. Cook those till they're golden brown according to your oven. I hope you enjoy this meal. Quick and easy and tasty. Bon appetit. See you next time.